my name is Adam Novak, and now we'll be talking about lists in Python. Lists are a container which store objects. They are mutable, meaning the length and the items inside of them can be changed, and they are signified using the square braces. They can store many items or objects separated by a comma. So we take the example of my list equal to the values of 12, 4, 16 and the string hello. If we print back my list to the console, we'll get back the list as printed here. Objects in the list can be accessed using an index, and the items are mutable. So we can access the third member of my list being 16 in the same way we access string indexing, using the square brackets and putting the third member, number 2, inside the brackets. We must remember the first item starts with 0, so they are accessed by 12 being 0, 4, 1, 16, 2, and hello being 3, as we can see here. Items in a list can be changed such that we can reassign 16 to the value of 101 and print it off to the console such that we get 101. A list can contain another list such that my list is equal to the list 1, 2, 3 and another list being the string Adam 3.14 and -5. We can access values inside of the list by accessing first the second list, then the third member, putting 1 inside the brackets for the second list, then 2 for the third member. Here's some common list manipulations. You do probably want to get used to most of these. The ones I'll point out is remove object and list index. These only return the first occurrence of the value or object. So let's make list 1 equal to, using square braces, items 1, 2 and 3 separated by a comma. List 2 can be equal to 4, 5 and height. We can get the third member from list 2 such that we print list 2 third item equals list 2, and we're going to get the third item being number 2. We can append list 2 to list 1 using operation append, list 1 dot append list 2. So now when we print list 1 equals list 1, we can perform operations such as list 1 dot reverse. We can print list 1 reversed equals list 1. Let's try to delete the number 1 from list 1, so list 1 dot remove 1, print list 1 final, list 1, list 2 final equals list 2. F5 to run and save. Here we go. I might make this a bit easier on the eye. Go back to console. Here we go. As we can see, we're first printing off the third item in a second list, so we're getting high, so we're getting the index number 2. Then we're appending list 2 to list 1, so we're appending the list of 4, 5 and 6 to the end of list 1. So now we've got a list contained inside of list 1. Then we're reversing it, so we're printing it off in reverse, so now the list is first, then the numbers 3, 2 and 1. Then we're removing the number 1 from list 1, then printing off the final results of list 1 and list 2. So as we can see, although we appended list 2 to list 1, the items of list 2 still exist as they were.